You know, I was told all summer that the Chicago Bears would be the worst team in football. Okay, so I'm just trolling. Obviously, I think the Bears are going to be going through it a lot this year. They've got a lot of improvement to go. So, you know, getting a win yesterday, obviously thrilled about it. Want to know. GG's my Niners fans. I promise you, I'm just kidding. What is up, guys? Zane from the Zane Man YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to jetpack down the sideline in Madden 23. Now, I hemmed and hawed about putting this tip out for you guys because this is actually a tip straight from the Gridiron Vault. If you guys have not been over to my strategy website, www.gridirongameplans.gg, make sure that you guys head over there. We've got over 40 vault tips already released in August and September, this early in Madden 23, keeping you on top of the most effective tactics that the pros are running on the MCS circuit. We've talked about the MCS Ultimate Kickoff Tournament and what was coming out of that, what you guys are going to need to be prepared for, how to defend it, how it works, things like that. And on top of that, you guys are going to get all of the game plans that are on the website, which are 2 offensive game plans, which are my X Nasty and Salty's Wing Stack, 2 defensive game plans, which are the Match Rules game plan and my Over G defensive game plan. And I will be dropping a new game plan on the website this week in the form of former MCS belt winner John Beast and his West Coast offense. We'll have that on the website. You'll get all 5 game plans, all the vault videos, and access to our members only Discord for just $9.95 a month. So head over there and check it out. But yes, this is coming directly out of the Gridiron Vault. This is something that I think is really, really useful because a lot of players are playing man coverage and leaving one-on-ones down the sideline. And once you guys learn how to do this, this is going to be something that you absolutely fall in love with. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you guys really all you need to make this work is height, spec catch, jump, catching traffic. Also, it kind of depends on what difficulty you play on, but for those of you that play All Pro for MUT Champions, ads are already pretty prevalent on that. On All Madden, you'll need to be a little bit stickier with this to make sure that you're really getting the best animations. But all you really have to do on this is freeform skill-based pass up and outside over the top of the wide receiver's head. Click on get inside position and tap Y. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really not too much. So what we're going to do here is just kind of show you guys how this works. Clicking on getting inside position, tapping Y. Now, the key when you do this, as we saw that was a clear drop animation, is you want to make sure that you're clicking on getting inside position. And if you actually take a look at the little catch reticle, I'm going to have Jimmy put that up on the screen for you right now. You want to get to about the 5 o'clock mark on that reticle, but you want to be a good 3 to 5 yards in front of it when you tap the Y button. So what we're going to do is throw this up, get inside position, and you see that I tap Y, and I got to that exact landmark that I was just talking about. So again, the way this kind of looks is I'm going to zoom out here. We're going to go ahead and use the fade. We're throwing the left trigger ball up and out over his head, clicking on, and what we're doing is, as you guys know about this game, EA always tries to roll what are called 2-man interactions. This is what happens when you throw the ball up in the air and you'll see the DB and the wide receiver go up for it at the same time. They kind of jostle for it in midair. Sometimes you catch it, sometimes the DB makes you drop it, right? Those are predetermined animations based on an outcome of a dice roll. That's why we always talk about how the animations feel dice roll based. What this is essentially doing for you guys is it's allowing you to take control, and you're gonna see I click on basically where the blue circle comes in. I click on, I get inside position, I get to about 5 o'clock on this catch reticle, which as you see here is basically out in about this area. And what I'm doing is stopping and tapping Y in front of it so I can play a single player catch animation in front of the defensive back, and EA can't roll a suction dice roll animation to stop this. We're essentially cutting the ball off with our user skill, jumping up over in front, technically in front of the DB, and detaching from the dice roll system. Now, this is why a lot of times you see this is the catch animation you'll end up getting. You'll get this a lot on All Pro. If you guys use a catch ability, you'll get it a lot just in general, no matter what difficulty you guys play on, but this is the way that you do this. So I'm going to go through here and just try to throw a few of these. I will say that I think this is much easier to the short side of the field. So again, here I'm going to throw this up, get inside position. You see right there that when I did that, the DB kind of swerved with me. That is what I'm talking about, how EA always tries to mirror the wide receivers and kind of suck you into these animations. It's tying you to those outcomes. But you see here, I can just jump up in front of him. He plays a one-man swat behind my one-man catch animation. So that allows me, because I have the optimal position, to get the winning outcome. And you guys are just going to notice as you play through this, you're going to get better at it and better at it and better at it. That right there was pretty close. You know, maybe didn't get as far in front of the circle as we needed to, and the DB was able to get his hands through us. So really, this is kind of a skillful mechanic. I know there's going to be some of you out there that say, oh, you're cheesing, but really this is a skillful mechanic if you think about it. You're throwing the ball to a spot, you're clicking on, getting to a spot in front of the defensive back, and basically playing an animation in front of them. Now, when you graduate off of the short side throws, you're definitely going to go and try your odds with Jalen Ramsey. And really, to the other sideline, it's no different. You're just going to try to get in front of him. Now, I will say that it's a lot harder on the wide side because you're trying to get a really accurate throw relative to the sideline, and you're trying to swerve inside. And I just feel like the angle that you click on feels very, very difficult. You see right there, we just got an inaccurate. But based off of where that catch reticle was supposed to be, my click on stick was actually pretty good. Had that ball placement been all right, we'd probably catch that football if we're being truthful. But really, again, this is an up and out lead, right? Again, so you see right there that I'm practicing even though I had the under pressure. I'm getting to that spot that's about 3 to 5 yards inside the catch reticle, and about, if you're throwing it down the left sideline, it's about 5 o'clock. If you were to look at the orange circle as a clock, when you're throwing it to the right sideline, you're going to be going to about 7 o'clock. And then tapping Y in front of him. So hopefully here we don't get an under pressure inaccurate. Right there, I basically just didn't get out to that spot. You see that? I clicked on, tried to get inside, but I didn't travel far enough. Again, kind of showing you why the wide side is a lot tougher. And what I'm going to show you is that if I can actually put this on the short side of the field, this all of a sudden becomes a little bit easier to do with our thumbs. So the wide side is actually pretty difficult, just being totally honest with you. But again, the short side can be pretty effective for you. So go ahead and do this here. This is just, again, kind of an up and out lead. And you see that I basically immediately got an animation. Now, because Ramsey was in the zone right there, that's why he caused that drop. If he wasn't in the zone, chances are you wouldn't. But I would recommend still testing Ramsey. If you guys can, you know, basically get consistent animations on an in the zone Ramsey in this game, you're going to be in real good shape with this mechanic. Just like that. So just kind of learn it. You know, you're throwing these up and out over the guy's head. You're going to click on get inside position. Now, for me personally with this is going to be a little bit easier with the near setting on your skill-based passing. So I know I've been showing you guys a variety of different passes here on the channel, and it seems like they all have a different setting, right? You're going to find what's comfortable for you. If you guys want to know what the pros are doing with their skill-based passing setting, go to Gridiron Game Plans. I actually have it in the vault, just like I was talking about earlier. So again, kind of understanding what the pros are doing, how they're running it, and how it can impact you. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do this mechanic or this catch animation against zone, and it's actually a little bit easier. So we'll start off with kind of like a cover 3 here, and I'll put the ball back on the other sideline. Of course, you're always going to want to try to take advantage of a height advantage. Ramsey's pretty good. He's also a pretty tall guy. So all I'm going to do right here against cover 3, I know there's a purple zone that I need to pull down, so I use the out route. I know that there's a middle of the field safety that I need to keep away from the sideline. I send somebody into his zone. This is a one-on-one shot down the sideline. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Get him to turn, click on, get in front. And actually right there, I just beat him down the sideline. If you see something like that, just throw it down the field. So just like that against zone as well, you're going to cut it off, get to that same landmark, about 5 o'clock on the orange circle, 3 to 5 yards in front of the reticle, also in front of the guy that's guarding you, and you're going to tap Y. You get that animation every single time. You're going to play a one-man. Sometimes they might hit you. Obviously, a catchability will help you, you know, from dropping that. But if you guys get your thumbstick work down, you're going to be just fine. You'll be playing one-mans. They won't be touching you. Just kind of like that animation earlier against the in-the-zone Ramsey, where I was able to catch it, get 2 feet down, and keep running, and all he could do was tackle me. So, again, very, very easy to do. And of course, you guys can also try these shots against cover 2, but I'm going to be totally honest with you. There's no reason to. If you see cover 2 in this game, what was hilarious about this was everybody was like, cover 2 is going to be the best defense in Madden 23. And honestly, when I play this game, I think that cover 2 might be one of the worst defenses I've ever seen in a Madden. Namely, in that we could just target pass it in the whole shot, and even if we're under pressure, we're going to still be able to throw it for a touchdown. So these freeform passes against cover 2, everything to the sideline, just throw it up and out, and it's going to be an easy throw down the sideline. So You know, if you get cover 2, just throw your touchdowns. Don't mess around with it. So yeah, there's absolutely positively no reason that you need to be trying to jetpack against cover 2. Just truly there isn't. Throw the ball in the cover 2 hole, target pass it up and outside. Once it gets far enough behind the cloud flat, easiest throw in the world, take it. So that's going to be it today, guys. Short and sweet. Show you guys how to kind of jetpack. This is something you're going to want to rep. You know, user catches and input pass leads. Those are things you have to spend a lot of time doing. Get this down to a point where you can close your eyes and do it. Truthfully, that's the way that you really ought to practice. If you can get to a point where you can consistently do it against man coverage, you just see the coverage, the leverage, off coverage, inside, outside shade, doesn't matter. You should have it kind of ingrained, like, okay, if they don't put an extra zone in this, I'm going to be able to rip off this animation very consistently. I promise you that is something that you can do, and you're going to want to in this game. You know, the coverage, especially man coverage, is a little bit stickier. So having these in your arsenal can really make your opponent get out of the heavy blitz mentality that so many players struggle with. So learn how to take advantage and win on the sideline one-on-one. It's only going to improve your game. It's away from the user. It's fairly low risk, very high reward. So definitely take a look at it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.